Hey, folks, welcome back to The Pulse. My name is Matt. It's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. I never stream this late. I got my PulseChain hat with my Pulse X, man. I don't think I look very good in these new kid hats. What do you guys think? Folks, we are so close. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. But, folks, we're back with The Pulse today. I had to get a stream in today, but I saw something amazing that I want to point out to you. We had some great things happening today. Pumping. You've probably seen it. But folks, this is we're getting so close. And this is really a hat tip to Hexo and the Hexologist and what's happening in the GitHub. But we'll talk about that here in a second. But welcome back to Crypto Heartbeat. My name is Matt. It's 5 o'clock Central Texas time. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Question is, what are you doing? What are you doing, folks? We're getting so close. And I wanted to basically have a little pump stream here, chat with you about what's your plan? What are you thinking about? How do you feel about things? Folks, let's get into the chat, then we'll get into the content, and we'll say hello to you. But it is 5 o'clock somewhere, and Godfather J6 is in the house. This is third stream in a row, number one, el numero uno. Godfather J6, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hey, Matt. Howdy. Hope everyone is well. Hope the children or child in your home is not sick. You were mentioning that on Twitter, and I just hope everyone's feeling better in your house. I think we're concerned about Hexaquin as well. Facing reality with the elbow cough. Welcome back, dude. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for always supporting. Godfather J6, Facing Reality. You guys are always so supportive in the chat and just with the community in general. So many good people in this community, and everybody's just chomping at the bit. We're excited. I'm going to talk to you about thoughts on where we are and what's happening. Each day I learn something new. I break off, some of my insight, and I share that with Brandon, and then he goes and streams, and, But for those of you who don't watch The Gentle Ginger Giant Genius, I'm going to bring it to you as well. My online ghost, what's good all? Good to see you. Sam Kemp, I was talking about you today. You guys are just too quick for me. What's up, Sam Kemp? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. What's up? What's up, Texaco? Man, we're just living the dream here, waiting for the PulseChain launch. Everything in the world is changing. It's exciting. It is so exciting because you know what? We're going to be the beneficiaries of this thing burning to the ground. It's burning to the ground, folks. It is crazy. I had an amazing conversation with Daniel Miller, the head of the Texas Nationals movement today, and that was really cool to connect with him. But just things are heating up, folks. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's so cool to see a group of people within the Texas Nationals movement get so excited about PulseChain. It's one of those things you think it's going to be a certain way, and then it's another way, and you're like, man, get so excited. Ramon Carrillo, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Rich Liberation. Howdy, Texans. Good to see you. Tyson Taft is here. What's up, Matt? Can't wait to hear this amazing stream. I'm going to do my best to provide you with something amazing. But at the end of the day, we're going to be this is a pump stream, right? Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, right? We're so close, but it doesn't count, right? It doesn't count unless we got MainNet. It's coming, though. It is coming. And it's gonna shake things up. This whole world's going to be different in crypto. And what I can't get over is the timing. The timing is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jax, what's going on? Good to see you. Tyson Taft. What up, Matt? Can't wait to hear this amazing stream. Hey, twice, 2 times, right? We're going to do it. Hexagon, what's up, all? Ordered my new Pulse stickers for the car. Exciting times. There you go. There you go. Did you see my dog on Twitter? That's Honey. Honey was sporting the Texan tag. It's 11 where I am. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Rich Liberation with the Texan and the Texit, because that's really what we've done with the Texan token is we've said, hey, we came alongside of the Texan nationalist movement. And so here's the cool thing. I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit here. So Daniel Miller gave me a call and he said, hey, we've got some media requests about the Texan token. People think that the TNM did this and we didn't do it. You guys were generous enough to come alongside us and provide our donors with free, no value Texan tokens. And so I was like, this is awesome. So folks, what I've talked about in the past is that this whole thing is a rising tide. But I'm going to tell you what, The Texas nationalist movement, they don't know crypto. They're about Texas independence, right? They're about the culture, about the economic and the cultural support of the independence of Texas. We're the crypto bros. And so people want to know, what's this all about? And people are really, when it comes to politics, they're like, money and politics, let's go. So there's some pretty cool things happening. So excited about that. I don't know exactly what it is. I was reached out to by an independent newspaper wanting to do a deal or a story on the Texan token as well. That was separate from Daniel Miller, and that happened today as well. So you're going to be seeing some stuff, folks. This is fresh. It's so fresh and so exciting because that's what we're doing here in this time of turmoil. We have an alternative. Brandon Davis called it, man. He saw it. You know what we ought to do? If you've got Brandon's cell number, if you got contact, and I know a number of you people have a direct line to the Ginger Giant himself, I was going to invite him, but I thought I was going to do something earlier. But you know what? We need to get him in on this stream. You know who else we need to get in on this stream? We need to get Forrest. Dude, could you imagine if we had Forrest come in? Let me see if Forrest is out there. Forrest he's got a new channel. It's called the Texan Tailgate, and the guy is a genius. He may not be available, but that's all right. Let's do that. Let's send him that too. Forrest, if you're around, come on in. And of course, the Gentle Ginger Giant genius, we always need him in here too. So if you give him a little nudge, poke him, if you will. Checks my pulse. What's going on? What's up, Hexicans and Texans? A pump is inbound. Let's go. It's been amazing to me. I think about what it takes for somebody to get up to speed on something, and seeing all of this is it's absolutely a blessing. Adam Starostka, right? Adam, is that right? Hello. Hope I didn't butcher that one. Extravagant taste. Pumping is tasty. I love it. Cadium. Hey, I wanted to connect with you. Cadium, reach out to me in Telegram or text or whatever. Let's connect. I want to talk to you. I was thinking about you today. So let's chat. I was hoping I'd see you in the chat. Rich liberation, let's set the captives free, and that's the plan. Folks, do you realize when we declare our own value, right? This is what we're doing. We're declaring our own value. It is amazing that we can do this. People are like, you can't do that. No, that's all fiat is, folks. It's a group of people putting in a proxy for their labor. It increases this momentum. Not everybody sells at once. You lock up for yield. Let's go. That's what this is about, man. We're charting our own course. We're creating an alternative. We're going to be on a vertically aligned ecosystem, the Richard Hart ecosystem, the PulseChain, a new layer 1. It's amazing. It's got the system state. It's deflationary. It's got its own DEX. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Folks, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, pumping you up on the PulseChain, and we are sitting so close that if you pulled the pin on your hand grenade, you'd hit it. Facing reality, the change is coming, and we're a part of it. Isn't that the truth? Cody Lane, what's good, man? Nothing like Southwest Indiana in the house, Cody Lane. What's up, man? A awesome youth pastor, right? Isn't that what you said he did? Youth pastor in Carmel, or Carmel, as we would say. Exciting times, rich liberation. Drix, what's up, Drix? Good to see you. Facing reality, God's timing. That's the thing about this is you look at it and you go, Richard, he's got to have some contact with the man upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Right? All this stuff. You're like, oh, when are you going to launch and all this stuff? Well, timing, is it not? And when everything's ready, you're like, whoa, this could be like absolute perfect time. Do you know what's happening, folks? I don't know if you noticed this, but there was these two people who didn't get along. They were called Sunnis and Shiites. You know them, the Muslims? Yeah. They haven't been getting along for a while. Not a while. And then, China just pops in and says, hey, let's shake hands. And they foster a deal. How did they broker the deal between the Sunnis and the Shiites? How did they do it? These people are like sworn enemies. Ha ha ha. Take down the dollar, the great Satan. We can agree on that. Let's make some money and let's put these guys down. That's what's coming. August 1st, folks. It's pretty big. I think somebody called it like Operation Sandman. I don't know. We'll see. I guess the Sandman makes some sense. Texan OG Day 1. Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for being here. Can only see good things in the future for us. Well, and that's what you gotta, right? You take one day at a time and you gotta be positive, because if you're not, man, it's just not worth it to worry about it, right? Clintrons, morning, Texan Hexicans. Good to see you. Nathan Espinoza in the house. Devs are busy as can be right now. Happy to have DC8 into Texan and take this journey with y'all. Thanks for being here. Hexy Quinn, you back in action. It'd be so great. Heartbeat, I need the Hopium. The Hopium price point for Pulse and Pulse X end of year. You know what could be incredible about this is I don't have the introduction for my guest set because I didn't think he'd actually come in, to be completely honest with you. But you know as well as I do that in order to prepare to be on Crypto Heartbeat, to be on the Pulse, he took like a blender. You know what I'm saying? A Cuisinart. He put in extra hot and spicy Cheetos. He ground them to a fine powder. He pressed his face into it. He's not only the CEO, he's the CFO, he's the CTO, he is the CMO, he's the mayor of Sassy City, the commander of Couch Cushion Maintenance. In the islands, he's known as King Kamehameha. Folks, he's my ace in the hole, he's my Kid Creole, he's my Bob Dole, and he's the professor of potent pontification. Your friend and mine, everybody's big brother, and Cheeto Beard himself. What's up? Hey.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, yeah. I work for you. I try so hard for you. And I feel like no love.
No love?
You give me the love. Yeah, I'm working here for you, buddy. I did kind of make fun of you about the Cheeto Beard. And it's actually not very orange right now. You need to put the orange lights on.
Hold on. Yeah, I hear you. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, you do your thing. I got some more people in the chat to say hello.
Take me out real quick. I got to do.
Okay, that was easy. What's up, Hopium? We got it. John May, you know what we're going to do? John May, good to see you, buddy. So good to talk to you earlier today. Eamon Shields. Eamon Shields. Okay. Price point for Pulse and Pulse X end of year. All right, end of year. So we're sitting at March 29th. We're almost coming up on April 1st. All right, let's see here. It's going to launch in the next, week? That's my guess. We got some indicators of that. I think Rags is going to talk about that as well. So we'll talk about price by the end of the year. You know, Rags did an incredible stream. I think it was yesterday where he broke down all the layer ones. He looked at things like DEXs and folks, some pretty encouraging numbers. John May, thanks for being here. Extravagant taste. Nothing like unbagged cats. Where did that come from? John May, Moonrunner, what's going on? DJ Cryptomatic. Oh my gosh. DJ Cryptomatic, one of my favorite Hexicans. I'm so glad that you could drop in. It is great to see you. I love seeing DJ Cryptomatic. So folks, give him a little bit of love in the chat. You know, it's funny. I've said this before, but we did a stream a long time ago and I use the same file every time when I update my intro and I see your picture every single time at the top of it. Because that's where I had kind of left off in that. And so I think about you every day, DJ Cryptomatic. Catching grenades. Let's go. Everybody's happy about John May, the Ginger Genius, Mobius. Thank you, Hexy Quinn. You are probably the reason he actually got on there. But look at him withholding his approval once again. He had to come on and come off. Folks, you have at least that to look forward to. Rags will be back. Let's hope. Hex Force, one's in the house. Hello, everyone. Come on, PulseChain. You know what? It's going to be amazing. We're prepared with Crypto Panda and Brandon from Rags to Riches. This is the plan. I'm going to get popcorn. Brandon, he may not get popcorn. He might get the Cheetos. And then Crypto Panda is going to get the popcorn as well. And we're just going to literally sit there and watch Rags look at the charts. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be great. We're going to enjoy that and probably stream all day like everybody else is. And, maybe we'll do a little dance. You know what I'm saying? Get down tonight. Adam, what's going on? Close enough. That's right. Close enough. Barry Crump, if the Texas referendum says yes, as I fully expected to do so, how quickly could Texas gain full fat independence? Well, let's bring Rags in and let's talk about it, man. Are you back?
What's up, man?
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
What are we talking about?
I'm sincere. I'm sincere about my care for you. You know that, don't you?
I don't care.
I know you don't.
Throw your care away.
It's so awesome. Well, Barry Crump, here's the cool thing. The Texas Independence Act right, this referendum act is really about investigation. It's saying the people of Texas want you to investigate. That's like a 2-year process. Okay, so it would go for another session and they would investigate, hey, what's it going to take for us to be independent? Well, look at Brexit, right? The vote on Brexit and actual Brexit takes a long time. But the point is we need to get the first hurdle. And the first hurdle is getting people to say, hey, the people of Texas want to be independent. But Rags, let me pitch this to you. This is my number one reason that Texas needs to be independent. You ready for this one? I want your reaction. I believe that the way things are going in the United States and the way the federal government's operating and doing things in all the crazy clown world, I believe that Texas independence is actually preserving the greatness of America so that at a future point when these idiots wake up, we literally can preserve the thing in its original intent. Like this isn't like we're going our own way. No, we're going to preserve what is great about America in Texas independence. What do you think of that case?
Yeah, I think that's logical. There's going to be a lot of people that are freaking out. They're going to say, how dare you do what you're doing? Wait,
Yeah.
how dare us allow the people of Texas to determine, their own fate?
Right.
But to talk about what you're talking about here is there needs to be a leader amongst states to be able to say, hey, federal government, we're not going to just bow down to you. That's not how this works. This is not how the agreement was originally. And if we can have a peaceful political means to kind of accomplish what we want to accomplish to help folks out all across the country, then I think that's what we should do. And if Texas leads the charge on that and other states follow suit to go back to that original agreement, then awesome.
Yep. Awesome. Absolutely. All right. So we had a request for end of the year Pulse and PulseX price predictions. This is how I started. I started my stream with this whole deal back 2 years ago. October 1st, I was like, all right, let's do these price predictions because that's what everybody wanted to hear. Let's give the people what they want to hear, dude. You talked about it 2 days ago. Where are you at? End of the year, where is Pulse and PulseX in your opinion?
When does it launch?
It launches in the next 7 days. That's my uninformed opinion.
This is difficult.
Yeah.
End of the year, Pulse and PulseX, where are they in terms of X's?
Yep.
I would say they would both probably be between 50 and 50x. I think I'd say 30 to 50x is reasonable.
That's pretty conservative in my opinion.
And that's fine. I'm sticking to it.
You're always so conservative about it. So, folks, I'll give you the real. You're wanting some hopium here. Yeah, I look at these things, and I especially PulseX. I think we're going to see in like an 8-month period. I think we're going to see 200 to 300x in PulseX, and I think we'll see at least a 50 to 100x in Pulse. That's where I'm at. But what do I know? And if you've looked at my 520 videos, I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I think that that's clear. But hat tip to Hexo, that you know what this is right here on the screen, don't you?
I do know what that is.
Are we going to read the tea leaves here or not? I mean, this is an update. What do you want to tell them what it is?
This essentially says that we go to version 1, which is version 1 of the code for mainnet launch.
You know what I see in this, which is the big thing for me? So that's in the code itself, right? I look at the very top of this and I know nothing. So folks, this is just all speculation and we got nothing better to do because we're so close. So I'm just going to give you my opinion, which is completely uninformed. See this rebase? It says up there, rebase upstream v4.0.1. When you're launching something new in mainnet, right? You think about what we've gone through with 2, 2B, 3. When you put a V4 in front of something, it means something. Now, I may completely be uninformed, and this has been up there the whole time, but when I see at the very top V4.0.1, that says to me mainnet. And then when you say, hey, we're going from 4 to 1, I don't know how to really respond to the code. The code itself doesn't really speak to me like, hey, mainnet, but what you're saying does make sense to me. But really, this is a hat tip to Hexo. Hexo was sharing this stuff. I don't want to say that I, discovered anything. I saw this from Hexo, and I want to give him credit for it. But this is exciting, right? These kind of things are the indicators. We have Richard telling us, hello, it could be any minute, right? So it's not like we have to speculate. He told us this.
Yeah, it's coming. We don't need PulseX to launch. We don't need a bridge to launch, folks.
That's true. That's true.
These are things that Richard has said already. And if you think that we do need that, you're wrong. It can come afterwards. So I think that, I did that analysis that you were talking about, did that this afternoon.
Okay.
About the Bitcoin halving and where we are in the market. Yep. Hex took really, really good advantage right before the run up for the last bull run, took advantage of launching at the bottom there. And that was just before COVID. And in the way that this is looking, and we're launching in a similar time frame that we did with Hex in 2019. Now I think that Hex was probably about 3 to 5 months closer to the bull run than PulseChain will be, but that's okay. Yeah, and it's just more time for people to accumulate. I don't know if the prices are going to be low. They'll certainly be lower than what they would be in the top of a bull market. Yeah. So this is good. This is good, guys. I'm excited. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Well, I've got an image here that I want to share with you.
Yeah.
You shared this information. Oh man, hang on. I'm not able to pull it up. Let me see if I can get it up on the screen. So you shared this earlier, but the Bitcoin halving, if you back up 1 year, so we're about a year prior to, and obviously that's a flexible date, right? What's up, ZZ Tesco? So if you look at a year before, in all of these past cycles, a year out from the halving is when things start moving up consistently with the last 3 cycles. True? False?
True.
That's a big deal, man. This is where we are. And I think a lot of people are like, well, it's going to be different this time. Well, it wasn't the last 3 times. I think if anything, the pump's going to be harder because of what's happening in the world. What do you think about all this geopolitical stuff and all of the, things that are happening to the dollar, all this pressure, and then increasing in liquidity across, China and Japan and the US when it comes to bank failures? What are your thoughts? Do you think that pumps it harder, or do you think it's because, well, there's not all this quantitative easing, we don't really go up as much?
Times like these are extremely difficult to predict what's going to happen. All right, first and foremost, we are talking about the Federal Reserve. We're talking about centralized banking. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no real method behind their madness, except they want to smoke as much heroin as they can, and then when things get crazy, they slam Narcan into their jugular to slow things down. So what's happening right now? We have massive political volatility. We have massive social volatility. We have massive financial volatility. Could we have an extremely positive windfall on the crypto side of things? Absolutely, Matt. It could absolutely go crazy like we've never seen. This could be that opportunity. I don't know. I'm just sticking to a plan that I've had really this entire bear market, and so far it's working well for me, and I think it'll work well for others too.
Okay. Well, all these drug references, do you think it'll launch before 420? That's the big question a lot of my followers want to know.
The way it's shaping up right now, April Fools. So maybe 4/1. Who knows?
Okay. Well, that would be fun. My online ghost is here. Good to see you. John May, let's go. Dublin's in the house. What? DJ Cryptomatic's like, I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Who knows? Who knows? Dave Down Under's here. We're all just watching Richard Hart's Twitter. Eagle eyes. Yeah, refresh. Come on. Look, make sure you have the notifications on. So as a cautionary tale, Rags, you've said this before. Do not listen to anyone, including you and me or anyone else that you follow. Richard Hart is the horse's mouth, only on Twitter. Wouldn't you say that's the number one way to follow this stuff?
Guys, you got to just watch Richard. Don't listen to anybody. Here's an example. When the first set of testnets came out, I think it was testnet V2. There were some influencers that front ran the network name, the network information.
Yeah.
People connected to the wrong network and they got wiped.
Wow.
And you know, all the influencer does after that is they type in Twitter, "Hey guys, sorry, I got screwed too here. I'm sorry about this."
Yep.
Only read from, if it doesn't come from Richard Hart's Twitter, don't trust it. If it
Yep.
comes from mine, don't trust it. It comes from yours. It comes from friggin'
Yep.
anybody you
Yep.
look up to.
Yep. And probably the number one place where people are getting scammed is in Telegram, right? DMs.
Yeah, I
DMs
mean, it's
taken.
DMs everywhere. Telegram's bad because you can actually call the people. And if I call you and you've never heard me speak in an Indian accent, that could be a tip off.
Oh, come on, Brandon.
What?
All right, Ryan, what's going on? Michael, good to see you. Caliente, ready for some fire. Thanks for all you do. Matt and Rags, appreciate you. Peter, good to see you. Look at who's here. Crispy's here, man. This is a real stream. Like, this is for real. Man, Clintron's good to see you. So Hexicrin said that you were picking your nose. Is that true?
Dude, I can pick my nose with my tongue.
Can you really? That's fantastic.
Mhm.
And you get a little of the flavor of the Cheeto.
It's a salt lick, man. I'm a farm animal.
That's it. Cheetos match Rags hair. Raise your volume. Oh, Rags, raise your volume a touch. I think that's good. Look who's here. Yo, yo, yo. Kinetics in the
What's up,
house.
dude?
Good to see you, man. Great to see you.
Cute.
Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. DGen W Peach is here. What do you think? Is this is he worth acknowledging?
He tried to get away from Dougie Peach. We'll always remember that, Dougie.
No,
you can't get away from it.
No,
so don't try.
Well, he is a peach, isn't he? He's a sweet, sweet guy. Don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate that. Ramon Carrillo likes the hopium. Rags, Panda, and Heartbeat line dancing. I'd like to see that. Well, we're probably going to be pretty excited. Actually, you know what's funny is the more excited I get, I feel like the more you are calm. Is that intentional?
Yeah. I'm fortunate. I have that inverse. It's inversely proportional to the amount of excitement. I tend to chill out, even though I want to go crazy. So,
do you really?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that real? You're not supposed to admit that.
Why?
All right, so let's talk about the recommendations for the first 24 hours after the PulseChain launch. All right, so what are your initial thoughts there?
Ooh, first 24 hours after PulseChain launch, I would probably recommend you don't do a damn thing. Other than look at Richard Hart's Twitter, add the PulseChain network, and then kind of look at your beautiful PulseX and PulseChain tokens.
And then watch Crypto Panda eat popcorn.
Yeah, watch Crypto Panda eat popcorn, bamboo flavored popcorn, and go from there. So we're going to be streaming too. Just don't. Here's the thing, guys. Your brain is going to go. It's going to go haywire.
Yeah.
When you get so excited, you can't think straight. Just like when you get so mad, you can't think straight.
Yes.
Just tell yourself now that you're not going to do anything. Just don't do anything. Just chill. Yeah. Like, you have what you have. When the bridge opens up, you can bridge in any type of asset to be able to use with PulseChain, and you can start your strategy. The strategy that I recommended on my stream a couple days ago, and I tweeted, based on a lot of charts, based on hundreds and hundreds of launches that I've seen on the charts. I think day one, if you have like a 6-month DCA plan, day one, take about 50% of your reserves and get in. Try to. Yeah. Now, when I say day one, a bridge open. That's important.
Yeah.
So take about 50%, get into whatever asset that you want to get into that's brand new, PulseChain, PulseX, whatever. And that way, if it takes off and never comes back, you would have gotten in at day one. Yeah. All right. Now, what happens if it doesn't take off? What happens if it dips? You're mad because you bought it 50% of your stack day one. No, it's okay. Now, you take the other 50% and you DCA.
Yeah.
Volatility is going to be high. So you want your DCA frequency to be more frequent, and you want the amount to be less. So that way you can survive that volatility. So you want to get the lows as much as you can. So as things stabilize out, you can kind of increase the amount that you're DCAing, and you also increase the frequency. So instead of every 2 or 3 days, maybe you do bi-weekly, okay, as volatility kind of levels out. So just some stuff there, not financial advice, financial opinion. This might be what I would do with myself with my own bag. So
that's a good disclaimer. I think that's important. Hey, Harvey Diaz. This is a really good idea, Brandon. Can you imagine tokenize Puerto Rico's community? They also want to break away from the United States. Here's the interesting thing. Who's in Puerto Rico, Brandon?
Yeah, well, you got a bunch of crypto people.
Right. How interesting would that be?
Mhm.
I think that's a really great
Puerto
idea,
Rico
Harvey.
want to break away, or they want to get added?
Yeah, I think they want to get added, but maybe I don't care what they want to do. Let's tokenize them. I don't care. Harvey, if you know somebody, let's talk about it. I think that's great. We got some friends in Puerto Rico, a lot of good Hexicans in Puerto Rico. Let's go. Let's go. Let's bring them all into the tent of the Pulse Chain, folks. 30 to 50 rags. That's how many years his ragness gets in miscalculation prison. People want to hear the excitement, Brandon. They want to hear it in your voice.
You ain't gonna hear it from me.
My samurai. Dan, thank you guys for all you do. Hexagon, I think your X's are backwards. There you go. Guess I don't care about the price because never selling is key. There you go. That's an idea as well. I totally agree. If you take a look at the recent changes that have occurred in this some commit, they changed the author and the code from the original author to the Pulse team. That is also an interesting development. What are your takes on that, Brandon? Any insight?
At this point, I mean, guys, we're on the road, we're on the track, we're on the path. This is not going to be a 2-year evolution. Like you're staring down the barrel right now. Here we go.
Yeah, we're so close. Viber Finance CEO, thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. Nathan is super excited regardless of all of that. No matter what Brandon does to bring you down, we're going to keep you up, right? Let's go, baby. Quantifiably correct. Good to see you. That's this Saturday. Roof Dog, good evening, fellas. Well, Richard Hart seems to be in the States. You don't just come to the States when he's been gone for so long. If he's in the States, I think that's for the post-launch promo campaign. What do you think?
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Pretty good possibility. Is my video lagging?
Yeah, it was, but it's okay. It's not terrible.
It's a glitch in the matrix. So yeah, he's I think he's going to go on a tour. He'll probably be on BitBoy. He'll probably be on, all sorts of places. He'll be on
Ivan
on
on
the news.
Tech.
Ivan, so
Crypto
yeah,
Banner, yeah.
it'll be cool. It's I don't know what he's going to call it. Like the Flex Tour, probably not that, because he's changed his character here during PulseChain launch. We'll see though.
Yeah, no, that would be exciting. Cheyenne, thanks for being here. Super excited for this. I think a lot of people are. Pulse Ape is in the house. X-Force One, I predicted 4/23/23 for launch on Hex Token channel, but I'm okay with being earlier. Great. We know nothing. I mean, we're just speculating with you, but you know what? We're so excited we have to talk about it. That's what we're doing. Humberto Gonzalez, greetings from sunny Miami. Awesome stream, guys. Thanks for being here. DJ Cryptomatic wants more ethnic jokes.
More ethnic jokes. What? I don't think you want me now.
Isn't DJ Cryptomatic a German?
Yeah, we could go places with that.
But there is like a time on Sprockets when we dance.
How about this? How about this, Matt? How about I go to Rumble and then we'll do this all day if you guys want. We'll do it all day.
No. Let's be disciplined, my friend. Moonrunner, the second knuckle nose rub. I was there. What is going on? I had Brandon. John May said I had Brandon call me before with an Indian accent before, not joking. That is awesome. Tin Top. Rags has a poker face. He does. I can tell when he's happy though. I can tell it. Yeah, he kind of purrs like a kitty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hello, Barry Crump. Ethereum developers have confirmed that the upgrade will occur on April 12th. PulseChain is likely to launch 3 to 5 days later. Wow, that's pretty specific. So is this the Shanghai upgrade or is this the Chapella? I think it's the Shanghai upgrade.
Yeah,
the question is, I've heard that they need to get it out before the upgrade, but what do I know?
Let's see. Ether aims for $2,000 amid surge. A Chapella upgrade. What is Chapella upgrade? What is it?
Dang, it took me 2 minutes to get the bamboo flavored joke. It's okay. It's a Panda reference. Brandon Macy, what's going on? When Lambo, brethren? Oh, I love it. What a great combo. Yeah, it's coming soon, folks. It's coming soon. I think about the people that I know that sacrifice for Pulse and PulseX, and I know some big whales, man. It's almost frightening to think if there was like 100x, just 100x. I look at these guys and I'm like, this is nuts. One of the things I was talking with a friend about today was the liquidity on PulseX. And if you think about, $1.6 billion was sacrificed for Pulse and PulseX. And we know that there's $600 million or is it 400 million that's sitting in DAI? There's a
Two,
lot.
yeah, 230 or I don't know. Yeah,
Okay. So
something
there's
like
a
that.
lot that's there. What are your sense? Obviously the Pulse and PulseX, we're going to have those pairs. You think a lot of that DAI is going to come over and be put into pairs on PulseX?
Yes, I think so. I think eventually. So, and here's the thing, despite how centralized DAI is, it's been one of Richard's biggest stablecoin shills.
Yeah.
So, I think so. I think that's reasonable. I think DAI is the way to go here.
Yeah.
So, here's something that I would I want to clear the record. I told everybody to get into Ethereum instead of stable coins. This is something to be very, very careful about.
Okay.
Um, and I talked about this a while back. With this upgrade that's coming, this is when all of that Ethereum is going to be unstaked. It's like 16.9 million Ethereum.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is if it comes unstaked and even a small percentage of that is sold off, that's really going to tank the price of Ethereum. So just be very, very careful with Ethereum here over the next week or 2 weeks here, 3
That's
weeks
good.
actually. Yeah.
So John Sleeve says, what about taking profits from the SAC? And I think that, in some respects, where do we think things are headed? Where do we think things are going to go? Tripping over a dollar to pick up a dime. What are your thoughts on that, taking profits from SAC?
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you can't. I will, however, challenge you to do something. Go to tradingview.com and then pull up Ethereum and look all the way back.
Yeah.
Right. Pull up our Cardano, look all the way back. Pull up Ethereum, look all the way back. And then you ask yourself if you actually want to take profits at the beginning.
Good point.
That's all. That's all I would ask you to do.
Well, and there's infrastructure that's being built on the Pulse chain, like liquid loans and other options when it comes to, how you manage your stack. But yeah, no financial advice here, but good question. Unaz, whatever that is, K4K old video from 12 months ago reckons that PulseX will pump far more in the long term than Pulse. Do you guys agree? I think actually in the short run, I think it's going to do really well personally. But I think long term, what he's suggesting is that the buyback and burn, this constant buy pressure is just going to push and push and push with deflationary. What are your thoughts there, Brandon?
I don't think so. But here's the thing: like I can say that I don't think so. I've said in the short to medium term, especially if we're in a bull run, PulseX could certainly outperform PulseChain here within the next 24 to 36 months if we get into a bull market. Why is that? It's because retail's in, people are doing transactions. Transactions help burn PulseX. Okay. So what happens when the volume drops out? It's going to crash. It's going to go down just like everything else. The PulseChain could be a little bit more stable in those times. So overall, yeah, in the medium to short term, sure. In the long term, I'm betting on PulseChain.
Okay. Dave Downder says, since we're doing price prediction on day one, I think we won't see below what we consider be SAC price, which is 3 zeros and a 1.
Yeah.
And so that's my gut, but I think that we're going to see an immediate pump, potentially 5 to 10x. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so this is difficult. This is really difficult, man, because I might take into account the people who got the 2x multipliers.
Yeah.
So maybe the SAC rate for them instead of the SAC rate for everybody else.
Yep.
Because those people are the people that move the markets more than anybody else. So I guess technically, like, what's the SAC rate for somebody who got I guess it's like it's 20,000 to 1, right?
Yeah.
The top people, 20,000 to 1. I don't know, man. It might be lower. Might be a little bit lower.
Okay.
To make those people happy.
Okay. Nathan says it's the Shanghai and the Capella combined. So the Capella. Peppy, howdy, folks. Good to see you. 110 watching, 15 likes. Hit the likes for us, folks. It helps everyone because a rising tide lifts all boats. So the Pulse Ape says Uniswap V3 license expires 4/1 of 2023, coming up soon, here in a couple days. This allows it to be deployed on new chains like PulseChain. That's a really good point.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you look at the documentation, they say that that's the slated date, but they also say they have the ability to change that date. So we'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay. Okay. That is a possibility. DGen Dougie Peach says 100x will change lives. I hope Texan does 500x. Man, you never know. You never know.
This is a good point. Like most people here haven't experienced 100 times their money.
No.
That's significant for pretty much everybody here in chat.
Yeah.
If you haven't experienced it, it's really cool and it really does change things for you. Just 100x, guys.
Yeah. Yep. Harvey Diaz, I agree with you. The folks in Puerto Rico, they may, give them independence. They may want to break away. I was thinking launches like you have put that seeds into the soil for some months again. Now it's spring and we're looking at the first leaves, and it has a theme of the springtime. And I think that there are cycles to everything. And I think you're absolutely right, Daniel. John May says, I think we should have a Hexagon influencer boxing match, winner take all. My money will be on our favorite Ginger, Brandon. I would put my money on Brandon as well. I cannot punch.
Chat. Who would I fight?
Yeah, it's not me.
Let me know who you like to see me throw down with. I'll throw some rounds down with somebody.
Well, though I'd like to be in your corner and like give you water or something.
You gonna be my cut man?
Yeah, I'll take the I'll put
you
the
got
jelly,
the Vaseline. Yeah,
Vaseline
you got the Vaseline
on your eyes for you.
All right.
Yes. If Pulse does 100x, sell 1% of your bag and you are even forever. Wow, that's actually interesting. Dude, look at him. Look at him. Freddie Quotes. What's up, Freddie Quotes? I think Freddie Quotes is going to be dropping a new track soon. That's the sense I got from his communication. Is that true,
Freddie Quote? He's a music making machine, man. That's just who Freddie is, dude. It's in his soul. He can't get it out. Well, he's got to get it out. That's actually the point. He's got
to. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Freddie Quotes. All right. How does Freddie not have a wrench? You know what? Okay. Let's actually here. I'm going to do this and make sure Freddie gets a quote. I'm going to actually go in here and Freddie gets a wrench. Tell me who else needs a wrench. I'm actually in it this time.
I'm not telling you. I hate wrenches. You're not getting that out of me. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Really?
No wrenches, dude. No wrenches.
I'm making John May a wrench too.
Everybody here's the Federal Reserve of wrenches. You guys just inflate wrenches like they mean nothing. It's disgusting.
But Hexy Quinn, she has to have a wrench, dude.
She doesn't have to have anything.
She does.
Oh gosh.
I actually like Hexy Quinn. I know you have a problem with that, but
I don't have a problem with it. It's to each their own. It is what it is.
Fair enough. All right, so I'll get out of that. All right, so Freddie Quotes, MT Coiners in the house. Great question, Dougie. It seems like it could launch without Uniswap V3, and then with Uni open up, and it should be able to just be implemented in there. I think that's the case. And Richard said many times he doesn't even need PulseX to launch, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, look what Hex. Like we pivoted Uniswap V1, then Uniswap V2, then Uniswap V3. It can be PulseX V1, PulseX V2, PulseX V3. They can all work in tandem with each other synergistically. And it just depends on what people are comfortable with. Are you more familiar with the V2 way? Are you more comfortable with single-sided on V3? Like there's all sorts of things you can do with that.
Yeah. So Freddie Quote says, when Texan does 100x, I've got a big surprise for Rags and Crypto Heartbeat. That concerns me a wee bit.
Birthday cake? Birthday suit?
Oh, now we're talking. You know what? I do want at some point in time to do a cameo in a Freddie Quotes video.
I think he would love that.
Yeah, I would love to be his gray man child.
Gray man child. Hold on, back up. Gray man child. What did you just say? What just came out of your damn mouth?
It's after 5. Let's go. Rags versus GRC. That would be good.
I would
2 feet on him.
Yeah, I don't think we're in the same weight class, but
yeah.
The cats, dude, if you've never seen me German suplex a tabby, then that would make for some good content. I would give, and Texas Ranger would get the people's elbow.
Dude, Eric Wall is frail. He is.
Yeah,
Crypto.
I'd flick him. I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. I'm a pretty big guy.
That is so great. Rags versus Adam from Vibra. There you go. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't want to do because he's got the Flat Earth Mafia behind him, and
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
true.
just
You don't want
fighting
to
one.
no, you don't want to mess with that, dude. Barry Crump says, could the independent Texas dollar be the Texan token? So no. And so here's one of the things that's really important. If there's anything that's clear is you cannot create your own and mint your own currency, right? Actual tender currency. So, cryptocurrency is a misnomer. It's actually a crypto asset. But in this case, there was no real intent for Texan token to be like a legal tender cryptocurrency. The point is not that at all. And I think that the way things are going with digital assets, that we're not going to have to be worried about that because, I think what we're going to find is the infrastructure is going to enable us to auto convert for, let's say, retail. So if you want to buy something, you're going to be able to use Texan token. You'll be able to use your Shiba Inu. You'll be able to use, whatever it is, and it'll auto convert. That's my gut. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's going to get to the point where there's going to be some centralized options that are going to start popping up here pretty soon. Once we get regulatory clarity, we got to see if the SEC moves this technology forward or not.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I do feel bad. MT Coiner said, "When wrench, sir." He's earned it. Am I right? Yeah.
Who earned it?
MT Coiner. He earned it. I think he earned it.
What did he do to earn it, Matt?
He's been consistently supportive of us since really early days. I think that's a pretty legitimate reason, don't you?
Whatever, dude. This is your channel. It's not mine.
Yeah. Well, I have a wrench on your channel. I had to threaten the photos.
Well, you threatened. Actually, that's the exact thing that just popped through my head right before you said that.
John May said Rags versus Hexy Quinn. Well, he would stand no chance.
What?
No chance at all. Cheesecake. Well, let's see here. Rags versus B Roots. That would be a good one. I think he's in your weight class.
Yeah, he's my same height. He's got a good build. He was a wide receiver for Wake Forest. Did you know that?
Was he really? I did not know that.
You can look him up.
Okay. Hextamar says Rags versus Jack Levin. Dude, Jack Levin's in the category of Eric Wall.
I would beat the brakes off Jack Levin.
Oh no!
No shade. No shade.
Jack Google 21 staff. Yeah.
Yeah. How many toddlers do you think you could fight? How many? Like, could you take 100? Could you take 200? What?
Oh my gosh! Just took steaks off the grill. I need to get back and do some grilling myself. If we're fighting a group of cats, oh my goodness! All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up here in a second. All right, so folks, we've got some pretty exciting updates. We're anticipating the launch of this. Everything is close, but it's not. It isn't over until the ginger bearded lady sings. So, folks, we've got to.
You're just full of them today, man. Where's this energy coming from, dude?
Man,
I love it.
I'm just excited. Do you? That's the big question. Do you really?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, always pushing letters to reps for better crypto education. Absolutely. No wrench for you. That is, Rags is the wrench Nazi. Yeah, great energy in the show. Thanks so much. Let it be. There you go. Academaciated. What's up? Good to see you. Thumb wrestling. That would be, I wonder, it's amazing. I'm always amazed that people will watch Twitch streamers play video games. And I found myself watching you play video games, and you did this the whole time.
Dude, I do the Michael Jordan.
You do?
Yeah, it's like
too dumb. I think he just had to He always
when I was playing sports, my coaches would always be like, "Yo, Brandon, if you don't get your tongue back in your mouth, you're gonna lose it one day.
Yeah,
you're gonna get hit, or somebody's gonna hit you, and boom, tongue gone."
That's right. Right. Spreading like the flat Earth. Maybe we need to chat with Corey again. Now there's a person you could do that. I think people would pay for that one. Isn't there something about the meet the ball?
His finishing move he would interview me to death. That's what would happen.
Oh my gosh, that's
much love, Corey.
Funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Oh my gosh, he interviewed you.
Finish him.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do my best impression. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I love it. Yeah, you could fight the Joker. That's another person.
Dude, he's got the skills to pay the bills, man. I heard he's
He
a
does.
kickboxer. I don't want to get in
Yeah,
the ring with
yeah,
that
he's
guy.
yeah. I don't know if you saw him.
Gosh.
He's looking fit too. Yeah, is Corey jacked? I didn't know that. It's hard to know when you just see somebody's shoulders.
Oh, he's a big boy, man. He's benching 300 or 400 pounds for
Is
sure.
he really?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to know. I remember the first time I met you, I was like, "Is that Rex over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Rex. Hey, man. Hey, man." It's so awesome, man. Interview Brandon till he taps out. Okay, so Freddie Coates says he's shorter than you, though. Okay. This is fantastic, folks. 112 people here. Thanks for joining the Pulse today. Brandon, thanks for jumping in here at last minute notice. I really appreciate that.
You sicked all your minions on me. I just get
right.
ding, 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 ding,
ding, ding. Death by 1,000 interviews.
Yeah.
Folks, appreciate all that you do for the community. Thanks for sticking with us through the bear market. I think we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Richard Hart, thank you so much for all that you've done. Thank you for defending freedom and sovereignty and building a vertically aligned ecosystem. Folks, if you don't know what's about to happen, the PulseChain, a new layer 1 that's got the system state copy. All of your tokens on Ethereum are copied over to the PulseChain. You only have to change one setting in your MetaMask. It's got a DEX. It's going to be one of the most liquid DEXs called PulseX. It's got buyback and burn. Come on, baby. This thing is awesome. Am I freezing up on you?
Yeah, that was a creepy face too, dude.
Yeah, that was weird. Sorry about that.
That's bad dreams right there.
All right, folks. Don't mess with Texas. Take care, everybody. Peace.